Eating disorders have become a very common issue regarding young adults. It's been doing that for many years, and even though many suffer from it, some don't know how to get help or how to recover. Well, joining us today is Hannah Durbin, who is able to help answer some questions for us today. You're here because you have overcome an eating disorder, and I'm sure that that was a terrible battle to be fighting. Tell us a little bit about your history. Tell folks when you developed anorexia.
Absolutely. So I'm 21 now, and I developed anorexia at the age of 16. So that was during my junior year of high school. Started slow, didn't really think much of it, thought it was more of just a lifestyle, maybe trying to lose a few pounds, looking good. That seems to what everybody does in high school. And it escalated very quickly. By the time I started my freshman year at Elon University, it had gone downhill very fast. And that's when I was sent to hospital for intensive treatment. I was there for the second semester of my freshman year, just never went back when I came home one weekend. And that's really when the recovery started. I didn't really acknowledge it as too much of an issue until I really hit rock bottom. So sometimes that is what it takes. And unfortunately, that's what it took for me. So I nearly lost my life in order to gain it back.
I mean, talk to me about rock bottom. What was that rock bottom?
Yeah, it can be different for everyone, which is kind of hard to put words to it. But for me, it was when my body was literally shutting down. So it got to the point where my heart was skipping beats, liver function was very low. Just walking upstairs was pretty much as tough as a marathon. So I couldn't get my breathing right, I couldn't get my heartbeat right, everything was slowly shutting down. And at that point, even staying awake for 24 hours, just trying to make through the day and sitting up, I would fall asleep in the car ride, anywhere we were, I was just so exhausted. So I knew that I didn't have the functionality anymore to make it on my own.
That's so interesting. It sounds to me like in an effort to kind of be healthy and be in control, you completely lost control.
Unfortunately, that was the case for me. I thought that I was doing great things for myself. I thought that I was eating well and I was exercising a lot and I was getting to be that thin stature that everybody really emphasizes. And unfortunately for me, it became an addiction. So it went from that healthy scale to the complete other end, where what I thought was healthy was killing me.
Oh my goodness. So, but you have been recovering. You're recovered. Talk to me about that process.
Oh my gosh, I could speak for hours about recovery. I really never understood what it was. I dreamed of recovery and I dreamed of getting there, and I saw people who had, and it blew my mind that you could live without this demon anymore because it was ingrained in me and that's all I knew. I would say I've been fully recovered for about a year and a half now, and it's been a life that I never ever expected to reach. It's everything I thought of. It's waking up in the morning and having so much energy and optimism, and happiness just radiates from me now. I'm just excited to be here and be alive, and I think that coming from that rock bottom point is what set me here. So I would say that recovery is worth every second. It's hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever been through and probably the hardest thing I'll ever go through. But that's what brought me here, and that's what gave me my strength, and that's what put me in this chair today. So I'm blessed for that journey. Like I said, it was the hardest thing I've ever gone through, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Let's talk a little bit about body image, because we're just bombarded with it. And I think especially for women, for some reason, we get so sucked into what we see on the magazine covers and what we see on TV, even when we know that's not realistic. Those folks are airbrushed. Those folks are,
right.
Don't you still kind of want to look like them? It's really, you use social media right now to really spread your message of recovery and encouragement. However, on social media, you post a lot of pictures of yourself.
Right.
A lot of, hey, I'm fit, a lot of, showing your midriff. Do you ever worry that that could be a trigger for somebody, or how do you handle that? Like the balance between, hey, this is what healthy is, but not everybody's going to look like that
Absolutely,
either.
yes. And I fell victim to that time and time again when I was struggling, and even throughout my recovery. I went through a time where I deleted all social media. Every account that I had, I couldn't handle those triggers. But my mom and I have talked about this time and time again, is there will always be triggers. That's what life is. Sure. And I use my account solely to do the opposite of trigger. And I do post images of my body, and I do post pictures of me feeling strong and feeling in control. But the captions that go along with those are the way that I convey my message. So unfortunately, a lot of people do solely emphasize the body aspect of being healthy. But being healthy is a whole embrace of mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. It has a ton of components. So yes, I do post a lot of pictures of myself on there to show that my body is now strong and healthy, because that's something I'm very proud of and worked really hard to get here. But it's the words that I put along with those messages that I hope are really hitting people's hearts, because it's in there that I'm conveying what I've gone through to get here, but also the balance that I found, and that's what recovery is finding that balance. So I do really enjoy exercise, and I do post about it, and it's what brings me a lot of happiness and passion, but I also really enjoy chocolate chip cookies and peanut butter and wine with my mom and all these things that I'm able to find that in between, where as before, it was really one end or the other. And again, recovery is not all about food, and it's not all about exercise. It's, like I said, it's every component of yourself. And that's what I found when I finally reached recovery. It's just, especially on social media, and finding all those things that people are only going to convey the best sides of themselves. And with anything like that, unfortunately, it's all a highlight reel. So I do like to show the good and the bad, and I really enjoy doing that because I think that's what really hits home with a lot of people.
Is it Facebook and Instagram the best way to find you?
Yes, Instagram is definitely the best. Healthy Happy Hannah, that's what I use for everything. And I also run a blog. I have a website for that, which is healthyhappyhannah.com. And then also a Facebook page that's attached to my Instagram, so those kind of collaborate together. But yeah, those are the best ways.
Well, you were the real deal. I appreciate you coming on today. I think she can help a lot of people. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.